right, we are live, and I'm gonna make something different today, but I will wait till a few more come in before we talk about that. All right, if you're here and you could tell me if you can hear me, that would be awesome. All right, so what I'm doing first is I'm going to put this little bit of a tenon. It's not really a tenon, but sort of a tenon. Because I need to fit it in the chuck, but it's too small to fit in the chuck. So there's the inner part of the chuck that is going to clamp to. Put it in there. So what we're going to make today, I am working on starting on Christmas presents because it is October. And don't worry, my family doesn't really watch the channel, so I'm not worried about giving anything away. But I'm going to make a mug dryer, which is basically a big plaque to hang on the wall that has pins sticking out. So it's not going to hang the mugs by the handle, it's going to hang them by the cup part so that they can drain water out or whatever. And they just kind of hang on there. So we're just going to start making a bunch of finials. I'm picturing about 20. I mean, everybody has gobs of mugs. So I think probably about this long, a little bit longer. And I have a tool I'm going to try out. I took my 5/8, an old 5/8 wrench, and I put a sharp edge, and I'm going to see if I can make the tenon on it to where I can drill 5/8 holes, cut a 5/8 stem, and be done. I do have the garage door open, so you may be able to hear cars. Who's in? Charla Johansson. Yes, we're making a mug dryer. Can you hear me okay? If you can, say yes, please. All right, let's make this round. Don Martin, Lee Harris is in. Thank you, Charla. And we'll go ahead and get started. All right, this is the same material that we used yesterday. So what I'm going to do is line up the edge of my tool rest with the edge of the part. And I'm going to mark off they don't have to be exactly the same length, but I think my tape measure. I think probably 4 inches is plenty. A 1/2 inch tenon, 3.5 inches. So I'm going to mark on my tool rest 4 inches, and my tool rest is 8 inches. So each one's going to be about there. Then we do a 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch there. That's close enough. Just kind of gives us something to shoot for. All right, I'm gonna see if this works now. Look at that. So it kind of worked. It was a little loud. I need to not have it rounded. You can see it's kind of rounded, so it was pushing it to the middle, but that is a 5/8 tenon right there. So let's make our finial. Okay, so finials don't have to be anything exact, and I was going for more of a like an eclectic, so they're all going to be different. So I'm not even using a pattern. I don't want them to be the same. All right, that looks pretty good. I got a little bit of a scrape there. All right, that looks pretty good. I don't want to spend too much time on each one. Okay, so that's one. Let's move down to this one. Let's move this way. All right, that's vibrating a little bit too much, so I'm going to cut it off. And again, this side doesn't have to be perfect because it's just gonna sit in the pocket. There we go, that's the first one. I'll probably spray the whole thing with polyurethane when we're done. But one down. Thank you, Brim. Don Martin is in. Thanks for stopping in. All right, I'm going to use my diameter tool. Nice. That's going to save a lot of time. And that's just a 5/8 open end wrench with the bevel ground in it. Hey, Shoot, thanks for stopping in. If you guys want to follow some late night turning, check out the Shoop's Wood Shop. I tried to stay awake last night, but I couldn't do it, shoot, so. But they make some really nice stuff. Clean up the end. All right, so that's another one. And this is, again, we're making a mug dryer. So these are going to go into a wall hanging that has 5/8 holes drilled in it, and then they'll just push into those holes. I don't know if I have enough material for one more, and I'm running out of time. So what I've done is I usually come home for lunch and I'll do some turning and then head back to work. So let's cut this one off. I only have enough time to do a few things. All right, there's number 2. So when we get the plate built, these will just go right in to pre-drilled holes, and that's why I was using my custom diameter tool. So there you go. 2 finials. They don't have to be the same. In fact, I don't want them to be the same. And we just need about 18 more. So check back. And who's that? Heidi Shoop? Okay. 1 from 1,000 subscribers. Everybody go to Shoop's Wood Shop right now and subscribe. Let's get him over 1,000. If you could subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up if you like it. If not, you can tell me that too. But either way, go give Shoop his 1,000, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. God bless.